I would say Jack is probably 70% this very kind of happy, charming, hamming it up kind of kid. I think that made it particularly hard for the teachers and for me as his mom to think that something was wrong. 7,
8, 9. 3 more.
3 more, 7, 8, 9, 10. When he was probably about, I would say 3 years old, I would start getting calls that he was biting other kids. So I said, well, let's figure out a plan that maybe we can sort of have a sticker chart or we can do something. So I was trying to kind of strategize with them, and we tried a lot of things. Then I started getting daily calls from school.
Early intervention is key to kids really being able to have some successful outcomes and preventing something more serious in the future. Early childhood mental health consultation is really about building relationships. It's about collaborating with early childhood professionals that are working in child care centers to work with them on problem solving issues with kids that might be having challenging behaviors or problem solving issues that just might be in their program as a staff together.
I was so impressed at how she was able to communicate what she could do with the director in ways that I wasn't feeling like I could. But yet she didn't make me feel like I was lacking something or unable to explain something in a certain way.
I talk to the parents a lot about the difference between a child having a mental illness and a mental health concern. There's a big difference. Right now, for your child just to be having a concern just means that they're struggling with something right now, and hopefully we can push through it.
It's not somebody coming in and fixing a problem and then leaving and going to fix the next problem. It's a relationship over time.
We provide care from age of birth to 5. If we say kick those kids out because of their difficult behavior, what they're learning, that nobody gonna accept them because of their behavior.
Without early childhood mental health consultation, I think that a lot of kids would probably be being cared for in some pretty unsafe places. And parents would be worried about their employment, and that has a huge impact on our society as a whole.
It not only helps you improve how you run your classroom, how you run your curriculum, it helps the children be able to deal with certain things a lot better, communicating with one another, realizing that certain feelings are okay.
Once those weeks of observation and assessment are over, I'll have myself, the teacher, the parent, and the director meet together to come up with a behavior support plan to address those behaviors in the classroom.
She went in there for the other kids in the classroom too, and she looked at the big picture. She looked at what was happening with the other kids. She looked at how transitions were happening. She looked at who was coming in and out of the classroom. So she wasn't just looking at what Jack was doing, when did Jack bite, when did Jack hit? She was looking at, what does recess time look like?
The screening and the assessment that the person from the consultation do will help us to understand if we have something in the environment that create this behavior, or that child need more help to build those skills.
So really a lot of it was for us. So instead of going over to him when he's hitting, we go over to the other child who was hit.
Having somebody here that can say, hey, you should try this next time, or why don't you try approaching a problem from another direction that you wouldn't have thought by yourself. That is just wonderful.
You start to see them interacting with their peers a little bit more, seeing them build relationships with their teachers, which I think is the key. They need to have that positive relationship with their teacher to trust them and to understand what that teacher is expecting from them. So to see that happen over a couple of weeks, a couple of months is amazing.
So we didn't fix everything within that time, we're still working on these things. But he physically was hurting a lot fewer children. He physically was sort of acting out a lot less. He was doing things that were showing that I think he really understood sort of how harmful physical aggression can be and how unacceptable it is.
I think that early childhood mental health consultation will impact our future because it directly touches the lives of our kids. Having a good early start in social and emotional development is huge to us all becoming successful adults. So for kids to be able to receive that support in the places that touch them while they are so young is huge.
There aren't bad players in this. You know, there aren't bad kids, and there aren't bad parents, and there aren't bad teachers, and there aren't bad directors, there aren't bad players. We are all trying to do really good things, and even Jack is trying to do really good things. But we just don't have, and all of us, Jack, the teachers, me, don't have the right tools in our toolbox sometimes to do these things. So let's figure it out. Let's give ourselves the right tools, and let's give Jack the right tools.